What, like with a cloth or something? Well, no.
She didn't just delete tens of thousands of those emails, she wiped the server clean.
The server will remain private.
I've been the most transparent public official in modern times, as far as I know.
Is this how you do it? Roping off the press and their questions from even talking to you at a parade?
I did not email any classified material to anyone on my email. There is no classified material.
Nothing that was sent at the time or received was secret.
Her defense? They weren't marked classified. They couldn't be marked classified because by not using government servers, she actually prevented the government from reviewing her emails. It is a federal crime to negligently handle classified information under 18 U.S.C. 1924. It is a federal Class A felony under 18 U.S.C. 798. She's committed a Class A misdemeanor under 18 U.S.C. 1924.
If there's a connection between Cairo and Benghazi, she said this: there's no connection between the two. Your experts knew the truth. Your spokesperson knew the truth. Greg Hicks knew the truth. But what troubles me more is I think you knew the truth. You tell the American people one thing, you tell your family an entirely different story.
My verdict, based on the evidence, is guilty.
Hello, we are anonymous. In light of a recent article that was in the Washington Post, titled, "Clinton Makes History," we realized that it was necessary to put this message out much sooner than was originally intended. This is an open and vital message to you, citizen of the United States. A message which you would be wise to pass on. The time for words has passed, and you, the people of this once great nation, need to be prepared. If Hillary Clinton becomes your next president, you need to be prepared for the worst. This message is merely intended as a warning to all of you as to what will most likely happen if Hillary is to become president.
The great story here, for anybody willing to find it and write about it and explain it, is this vast right-wing conspiracy.
It's no secret that we're going up against some pretty powerful forces that will do and spend whatever it takes to advance a very different vision for America. I am running for President of the United States.
The people want to know Hillary. The Hillary that I knew back here in Arkansas. When she was in the Benghazi hearings, when she said, "What difference does it make? They're dead."
What difference at this point does it make?
That's the Hillary I know.
We came, we saw, he died.
Hi, Secretary Clinton. Would you sign this for me?
Sure, what's your name?
If you can make it out to Christopher Stevens. I think you knew him.
Oh, no, just yeah, I'm not going to make it out to Chris Stevens.
What difference does it make?
Here it goes, here.
Yep.
August 1991. Danny Casolaro is found dead in the bathtub after investigating corruption involving the Clintons. Verdict was suicide. May of 1993. John Wilson, a former D.C. city councilman, with inside information about the Whitewater scandal, is found hung in his room. The verdict was suicide. June 1994. Stanley Haggins, a partner in the Memphis law firm investigating the Madison loan, is found dead. July of 1997, Mary Mahoney, a former White House intern, whom Bill Clinton had previously approached for sex, is found shot dead at a Starbucks. Christopher Stevens was another person who had died while involved with the Clintons, amongst the 46 deaths in total. 46 people who were close to the Clintons have died in their 30 years of political power.
The fact that someone who has been involved in 46 deaths is still allowed to run for president astonishes us.
Senator Clinton has extraordinary ability to obfuscate, refuse to answer questions, avoid confrontations, and up until now has been given a pass on it.
A story in the New York Times talking about why Senator Clinton voted this way, because I think some people were surprised by it. And her advisor said that she voted yes because she was moving from primary mode to general election mode. Primary mode versus general election mode? How about tell the truth mode? How about we say the same thing in the primary that we say in the general election?
We know that Hillary's an insecure person. Secure people don't lie. They don't lie inveterately the way she does.
Hillary Clinton points to her time in the White House as a large part of her qualification for the job as president. But most of the news media has conveniently forgotten that her time as First Lady was mired in controversy.
The core of the controversy is how truthful Mrs. Clinton has been in answering questions, sometimes under oath, about Whitewater and other matters.
She was the First Lady to come under criminal investigation. In both Little Rock and Washington, D.C., she was plagued by numerous scandals.
I finally parted company with Hillary Clinton when I saw how she was using private detectives to investigate the women who were linked to her husband. Not to change him, not to reform him, not to make him a better person, but to cow the women into silence so that he could get elected president. I do not want that woman controlling the IRS or the DEA or the NSA or the FBI or the CIA. Not in a democracy, I don't.
One thing about Hillary, Bill was just a good timing guy. But Hillary, she's an animal. Hillary is the one that I promise you, she pulls the strings. She pulled them in Arkansas. She pulled them in the White House when she was there as the First Lady. And my God, if she gets to be president.
If those things are not disturbing to you, if the things found out about your potential next president do not make you concerned, then you have already given up your freedom. Is that not what your country is centered on? Wake up, America, because she is going to take away your freedom of arms as well.
Hillary Clinton finally has exposed her true agenda: confiscation of guns in America from law-abiding citizens. Both she and Obama have stated that they'll use executive action if necessary to ensure gun control is accomplished. But now she's begun speaking publicly about using the Australian model as a template for American gun control. By discussing the Australian buyback, what she's making clear is that it's not just the run-of-the-mill gun control that she's after. She wants confiscation too. The left seems to be in a race to see who can push this issue farthest and fastest, since Obama made reference to the Australian gun grab a year ago, praising the move. Calling the legislation passed in Australia a buyback is deceptive. It was forced confiscation with a modest cash reimbursement to soften the blow. Anyone who chose not to accept that reimbursement and turn in their guns was subject to having them forcibly taken and facing a prison sentence. How did they know whether someone wasn't complying? Because prior to declaring guns contraband, national registration was implemented. Once the guns were registered, it was easy to force compliance. Both Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama have suggested that the way to accomplish this is through executive orders, since Congress won't pass such legislation. They seem to forget that the Second Amendment stands in the way of this scheme, but that doesn't seem to deter either of them. Many gun control activists falsely claim that no one is coming for your guns, but that's a lie. They already have. Remember the door-to-door confiscation of guns in New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina hit in 2005? Remember the calls for gun confiscation by New York Governor Andrew Cuomo and others in the aftermath of the Sandy Hook tragedy? Now, Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton have come out of the closet and made their true intentions for gun owners clear.
All the secret emails, criminal acts, cover-ups.
You all need to realize it, your law is dead. Especially since it doesn't apply to someone like her. She has been called out, more times than necessary, yet has somehow not been convicted. The law is broken. The system is completely corrupt. If you truly believe that your leaders and the elites of this country have your best interests in mind, then you are only lying to yourself.
If you think Barack Obama is a corrupt president, you ain't seen nothing yet. Hillary Clinton will make Barack Obama look like a choir boy. And unlike Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton has been around the block a few times and has the keys to all the secret doors in Washington. Most notably, the door that leads to a massive electronic file on every single American. Be afraid, America. Be very afraid.
It would be naive to think that any good could come of her being the president, and just as well, if you believe that your vote for the president does make a difference, then you are lying to yourself. Be prepared, America. If we do not take measures to keep ourselves protected from governments that only want control, then we have already handed over our freedom. Wake up, America. Hillary Clinton is the root of corruption. As the people should not be afraid of their governments, governments should be afraid of their people. This message is not intended in any way to show support for Trump or any other potential candidate for president. It is only meant to demonstrate the oppression and threat that Hillary poses. We are anonymous. We do not forgive. We do not forget.
Expect us. But for you, Hillary Clinton, it is already too